full bright chests. Zing, zing, za. Zing, zing, za.
Zing, zing, za.
Zing, zing, zee. Zing, zing, zee. Zing, zing, zee. Zing, zing, zay. Zing, zing, zay. Zing, zing, zay. Bring it a little bit more forward and bright when we get down to the bottom there. Zay, zay. Don't let it get stuck in the back there. You can go full bright ringy chest once you're down in your low range. Now, I love how easily you're able to release that and get into your free floaty head voice as soon as you're up into the high range, but you have a tendency to bring that head so low that you lose access to some of your rich stuff on the bottom, and it ends up just breathing out a little bit. You have a beautiful high soprano tone and a beautiful, lovely, nice mezzo mix in the middle there. You're not really finding your alto space on the low sound there. Zing, zing, za. Keep it right in the front there. Don't let it get all stuck in the back. One more time. Let's do right here. Zing, zing, za. Try one more.
Zing, zing, za.
Yeah, last one. Zing, zing, za. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Good. Good. Just make sure that when we're doing the sighs and sirens, you don't want to start with a glottal stop with the chords together. Yeah, open vocal folds. If you imagine an H in parentheses, that helps you keep the throat open for the start of that sound. And so, sometimes that'll happen just as you're getting tense, as we went down to the extreme of your low range there. That's not a tone you're going to use often, but when you need it, when there's an extended section that's a little bit low, when you have a verse in a song that's just sitting a little low for a while, it doesn't go up to your high notes, you can bring out that sound a little bit. Say, for a song like Deep River. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Oh, deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. You can hear me using that space and that presence in the low section. As soon as I had to flip up for my home is over, I switch back into that floaty high voice. Over Jordan, oh deep river, Lord. And I'm back into that low space. If I did everything as if I was preparing for that high note, over Jordan, if I sang the whole song like that, you'd hear, deep river, my home is over Jordan. And that high section sounds beautiful when it comes out, right? Over Jordan, oh deep river. And now I'm still in that space, and so the low stuff just doesn't have any ring to it. Deep river, Lord. If you bring that into that front space, just for that moment. Now, if I do that and I carry it over into the high notes, then I damage the high notes. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. It's too pressed up there. My home is over Jordan. Release some of that weight as I'm going up. So you're you have optimized so well for making beautiful high notes that it's starting to affect your low notes. So now you've just got to, which is great. I would always default to that as in training a new singer. I would always say, let's focus on making the high notes free and relaxed and easy and beautiful. And if that means the low notes are a little weak for a while, that's okay. Because there's less risk of damage from that than the opposite. Than like strengthening and powering up your low notes and like, oh, okay, the high notes are really belty and pushy and shouty, but okay, we'll ignore that for a while. Like, no, that's not a good approach because you might hurt yourself by screaming all those high notes. So I want to teach you to have an easy, free, relaxed high voice first, which you do have. But then you have to learn how to maintain that while bringing the power back into your low voice and not carrying that up into the high stuff. So you bring that power back in on the low end, and you learn how to, as you're going through your medium space, your mid-range, to mix that in with a little bit of head, and then get into the head as soon as possible, so you don't carry up too much extra tension on any of that. So just don't be afraid of your low voice. Don't be afraid of getting a little bit more ring and resonance on those low notes.
Sure.
Let's do one more down there. We've been doing this one in some of my choirs. oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me. And the main goal here is to sing through that last note. So for us, we're trying to bring some more ring and presence into your low range. Focus on those last 5 notes that are sitting in the lowest part of your range and really bring them out forward. Me, oh me, oh me, while keeping that space in the back. Me, oh me, oh me. No? Me, oh me, oh me. No. Me, oh me, oh me. Space in the back, presence in the front. Me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me. Yeah, I know. That's hard work. That's hard work. So that's something that's going to be a long-term continual goal for you, is just to get more presence into that low voice. I fully support the kind of caution that you got there, because you don't want to risk that going into your high range at all. So I get that. It'll just take a few months of kind of working into that and giving yourself permission to go a little bit louder, a little bit more brassy, a little bit more powerful when you're staying in the low range.